Serene and even-tempered, the Ithorians are a humble mammalian race, birthed from the lush jungle world of Ithor. Discovered by the Republic around 12,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, Ithorians melded extremely well into galactic society, becoming a common and inviting race to many of those who were at first a bit off-put by their appearance. For thousands of years, Ithorians enjoyed their presence within the general galaxy, as well as their homeworld. However, upon the rise of the Galactic Empire, a grave danger washed over Ithor that threatened to destroy the ecological paradise and even the grand majority of the Ithorian race. The Empire, wanting to further optimize its ability to maintain such a large military force, demanded the Ithorians to reveal their secretive methods of agriculture and classified technological advancements. Refusing to hand over their sacred techniques, the Ithorians ignored the Empire's commands. However, knowing full well the Empire would not hesitate to destroy the planet of Ithor and all the life on it, the High Priest Mamau Nadon released these methods to the Empire in a heroic act of treachery. Nadon was then stripped of his title and forced into exile within the planet of Tatooine, where he spent most of his days until his later redemption. Sadly, Nadon's bravery had only delayed the inevitable. The conqueror race, known as the Yuzhong Fong, forever ripped life away from the planet of Ithor by use of a biological weapon. They had committed this act of mass genocide to halt the production of a chemical reagent which could be used to violently dismantle the living armor of a Yuzhong Fong warrior. In response, the surviving Ithor natives moved to other less ecological worlds, such as Felucia or Baral. Luckily for the race as a whole, Ithorians still enjoyed a reasonably large population due to their wide arrangement across the galaxy as a whole. Despite their mammalian anatomy, the visual appearance of an Ithorian resembles that of a planarian creature. They are born into a larval stage and eventually metamorphosized into an adult with several distinctive features. The first feature to speak of is their large eye stalks, which flow from a large and brawny head. Their long neck held two elongated mouth openings, one on each side, which house two throats each, making four throats housed by a single large throat sac. This incredibly sophisticated vocal system awarded Ithorians the ability to emit an immensely loud, ear-shattering, bellowing roar, which could be used to stun opponents in defense. The Ithorian Jedi, Huron Karab, further enhanced his ability with his force powers, creating an absolutely destructive cacophony of sound. Due to their unusual vocal anatomy, they typically sounded a bit strange when they speak Galactic Basic, and sometimes wore technical modifications near their mouth openings to compensate for this. Conversely, the Ithorian language, known as Ithorese, was nigh impossible for others of different races, and only the most skilled of non-Ithorian linguists could ever possibly speak it. Ithorians also typically reach around the same height as the average humanoid, sometimes a bit larger. They always sport some shade of earthy brown skin and dark eyes. Their T-shaped head made them an easy target for harassment from ill-mannered members of different races, and the word hammerhead is a name commonly used to refer to them, and one Ithorians find extremely offensive. Ithorians hold nature and life in general with the utmost reverence, and worship the deity of Ithor's jungles, whom they call the Jungle Mother. Most Ithorians have actually never set foot upon their homeworld, even in the time of its existence. Before the planet's destruction, Ithor natives lived on large floating cityscapes called herd ships. Only few of their continents have ever been explored, let alone walked upon. In consequence, Ithor's flora and fauna was some of the most diverse and lively in the entire galaxy, as they enjoyed complete and utter isolation from any harm or pollution. Only the revered nature priests were ever truly allowed to see these ecosystems up close. Due to their nature-based religion, most Ithorians are excellent gardeners and botanists, spending much of their time maintaining personal greenhouses and refining their techniques. Mamau Nadon was such a skilled botanist he could maintain many Ithor native plants in the extremely arid climate of Tatooine. Ithorians with traditional upbringing are also taught to be radical pacifists, but like always, there are always radical exceptions. It is because of their communal lifestyle and gentle nature that Ithorians seem to be very receptive to others of different races, and they are perceived by many as overtly polite and humble. In general, they are a very kind and peaceful race, and one with a very strong sense of empathy for life in all forms. Some notable Ithorians include the bounty-hunting Momo brothers, the Jedi Knight Roran Karab, and the largely unsung hero Mamau Nadon.